Okay, guys. We need to pick up the intensity. Boston drill. Here we go.
We hating on riches, the 100K I spent that on my wrist, $200 spent that on your model, put that on the list. Or that he going that foreign again. In the scene, bring the core in the end. We should have wrote. The ring go on, we'll call her again. Crib as big as a college. Me up under the loudest. Whipping some with no mileage. Diamonds cost me a fortune. Them horses all in them Porsches. Can't handle afford it. 4,200 my mortgage. Falling on Red Corbett. You haters, you for me. Only the real get a piece of the plate. Repping my city and running my state. Keep me up through they run with the won't beef, then I bitches your plate. Bang.
I come looking for you with Haitians. I stay no good Jamaican. From different races. You get money, they started hating. I woke up in a new Bugatti. 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 I woke up in a new Bugatti.
And I'm at it again. There go that flow, bringing tragedy in. Got me a chain, your salary spent. Just bring them cavities in. Counting money, hourly trend. Pulling them steam, bring like twins. Squares, cabinet bins. Neck full of gold, Olympic. Demons, I'm blowing the check on the gear. Falling soon, and hop on the leer. Strap with them powers in back of the rear. Sock pocket, them bitches here. Woke up early, they mounted. Mine is telling me money. Paper, moolah. Pockets as fat as a tumor. Millionaire, no rumor. Living my life off a tuna. Want it with me, I deliver the beast. Ribs only enjoying the feast. Pull up a seat, bon appetit. No Louboutins when they're red on your sleep.
I come looking for you with Haitians. I stay no good Jamaican. From different races. You get money, they started hating. I woke up in a new Bugatti. 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 I woke up in a new Bugatti.
Photographs of dope boys. It's all they taking, fingerprints on a Rolls Royce. It's why they hating, push a button on his broke boys. That's detonation, walk the road to riches bare feet. I watch mama struggle, now she living carefree. That's why I hustle for that half a that's 12 G's. I'm trying to bubble every summer hunting LP. You gotta love me, I got shooters in the D-League. Signing bone and hit that man that's from 30 feet. Left in the puddle, fingerprints is on 100 mil. That's what it is, bringing folks in Nate's hood. We got a trip, yeah.
I come looking for you with Haitians.
What you know about this?
I stay no good Jamaican.
We the best. Double M.
From different
100 M's.
races. You get money, they started hating.
All right, let's get to a hoop. We got to be better at knocking down open shots.
I woke up in a new Bugatti. I woke up in a new Bugatti. I woke up in a new Bugatti. I woke up in a new Bugatti.
Okay, we're good on the drills for now. Let's make sure we're getting better every day.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Our featured matchup tonight in Chicago, where the Bulls will be going up against the Indiana Pacers. Last game for the Pacers, they ended up with a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee. That's 3 straight now in the loss column, but no need to hit the panic button. They're looking to get back on the winning track tonight. And a chance in this one to get a look at the NBA's leading scorer. Freak has just been incredible so far this season. Just defies description. Do you see him holding on to the scoring title this year, Kenny?
Well, a big thing for Freak is trying to avoid the stat-chasing things that a lot of former players tried to do. Just getting his points. Now, if he just comes in and plays the way he's been playing, then he will be that guy.
Well, let's go to the big stat chaser. What do you think about Freak's year?
You know, it's never easy to hold on to the scoring title. You know, teams start to double and triple team you. I can remember one year, Ernie, I was averaging 29.5. David Robinson was averaging 29.3. I play a game. All I know is he scored 71 points against the Clippers. It was the last game of the season. He gets it. Freaks has all the skills to keep up the scoring like this, but Kenny's right. He can't chase the stats.
Well, I'm glad that we could open up that old wound on the Admiral.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Thanks, David Robinson. Don't let me see you in San Antonio.
Shout out to the Admiral. Here's Kevin Harlan with the call.
Remember the Alamo.
We're in the place they call the United Center in Chicago, the home of the Bulls, where today we'll be broadcasting live. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Just a single game at home. After this one, it's back on the road for the Bulls. Game after game, the unbroken streak of wins to start their season continues.
And, you know, for the Bulls, they have hit the ground running this year. The work they did in the offseason has paid huge dividends right away.
Sure it has. I mean, they came out of the preseason with a real air of confidence. There may not have been many outsiders who believed in them, but now plenty of people do. All right, ready to go? Ready to go?
And it's going to be the Pacers off the tip. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Cole dishes to Harkless. Clock at 6. There's the 3. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Brown with it, picked up by Turner. It's Brown with the drive, and easy 2 points on the layup. Brown's got the first points on the scoreboard for the Bulls. And Cole kicks to Turner. And it's Cole missing. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Yeah, it's just hard to make up when you have an inability to make free throws consistently, and that's why they ended up losing.
Yes, sir. I think some doubt started to creep in when they kept missing those foul shots. I mean, you could see them start to shy away from wanting to even go to the line.
Indiana needs to get a shot off. Nice teamwork to set up the big play and make the space for the J.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And he hits it and gets hacked down the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Chicago shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. They set the pick. Passes it to Turner. And stolen by Butler. Taken away. Here's Cole. Millsap covering. Here's Turner. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game. On defense, the Pacers. They trail by 1. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
And they'll be doing their best to establish superiority over this club, something they failed to do a year ago.
And they know they're the better team and out to prove as much tonight. They split the season series a year ago, but they want to change that up now.
And so here is Indiana following the basket by Freak. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Butler in the corner. Back to Brown. Here's Millsap. Cole with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Brown. In the game against Boston, very impressive. Outside Butler. Inside Millsap. And Turner with the block. Last outing for Chicago, they won that game against the Boston Celtics.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just hit big shots time and time again.
Yeah, just the way you want it when you're the road team. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into it.
Harkless with the bucket. Harkless has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Chicago trailing here. Brown kicks to Millsap. Here's the three. And again, Chicago, no good. Pacers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Here's Harkless. The shot is off. And it's Chicago the other way.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup. Give them a little bump. And then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Oops.
That free throw missing. Good on the second free throw. Bulls trail by 3. Here's Brown. Feeds it to Millsap. Lets it go from deep. And it's Brown missing.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Here's Cole. Turner. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. The feed to Brown. The Pacers pull it in.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one. And how about that one-man fast break?
I love the power finish at the end of it, too. Still early on, Kevin, in this new basketball season for Chicago. Here's where they stand in the NBA ranking. First in scoring. First in assists.
Baby, we
To their offense, the most explosive in the league. I mean, everyone talks about the great offense beating great defenses, and I tell you what, they make it difficult to hang with.
Indiana leading. Lawson outside. To the middle. There's the triple. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. We're the bars in the action. Let's bring you the list of teams that have been lighting it up over the last 10 games. Number 1, the Bulls.
Well, this is only a trend over a few games out of a very, very long season. But the coach has got to be pleased that his team has been able to score big with some consistency.
Brown outside. The pass to Cage. Outside Butler. 5 on the clock. It's Brown with the drive, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Drake, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
The shot by Turner, no good. Chicago's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. He's covered by Brown. Pass to Lawson. From the corner. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. The Bulls have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Here's Cage. Sinks the three-pointer.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Lawson against Rose. And Turner kicks to Lawson. Inside. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And while we have a chance, how about the numbers for Butler? He's averaging 15 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
Yeah, he definitely has the skill set to put up even bigger numbers. It wouldn't be a surprise to see that in the coming days.
The first free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Okay, fans, now coming on the court are your level Bulls. Make some noise and cheer them on.
Bulls have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Brown the pass to Butler. The screen from Brown. Butler goes in, and there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Butler. 10 points for Freak.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Pass to Miles. There's the pick. Here's Lawson, and it's blocked by Brown. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Lawson dishes to Anderson. 6 to shoot. Back to Lawson. And once again off the mark by Indiana. The Bulls have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Brown, good.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Lawson against Rose. Left side Anderson. Got a piece of it. They recover it. And it's Miles missing.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And here is Brown. He's got 12. To the paint. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
And so here is Indiana. The Bulls getting the bucket. Rose with the block. And here's Anderson from the arc. That's good. Anderson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And here's Brown outside. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Bulls out front, up by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back with the... And now let's hear from Ty Lawson talking about the balanced attack of this Denver Nugget.
We do have a team type of game. You know, everybody is scoring spread out, rebounding, everything's spread out. So, you know.
Well, that was the game plan a couple years ago when Denver was good enough to make the playoffs and Ty Lawson was at the control.
You know, but not enough firepower to be able to sustain with the elite teams, say like the Warriors or the Rockets. Ty Lawson, a solid, dependable player in our league, but this is still a league where you need your superstars to win rings.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
This is almost like a volleyball game when you watch just how many shots they blocked or altered.
Well, how about this? A lot of side outs for them, the way they've swatted shots away. That's a volleyball term, by the way, folks.
Yeah. Or handball.
Or handball.
Either one of the two. They're knocking a lot away.
Yeah.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Bulls. Brown in at shooting guard. He's out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Hart in at the center, locking down the middle. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Celtics put on a show. He had 46 points and also had an incredible amount of assists, really setting his teammates up every minute on the court. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance. He was at his absolute best in that game.
And if he can come anywhere close to another performance like that here tonight, it would be amazing.
Yeah, it really would be, because you know now the defense is going to be focused squarely on him. They're going to make sure that he doesn't beat him again.
He's covered by Brown. Here's Ron Cuddy. Good on the 13-footer.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Chicago leading. To the paint. It's tipped. Here's Cole. And Anderson has it in the corner. Pocket 4. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. It's Brown with the drive. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
The players you see here contribute as much on D as they do at the other end of the court. A list of the steal leaders among point guards.
There we go. That was your Lovables. Give them a hand. Come on, Chicago.
At picking a ball handler's pocket, but as terrific point guards, they also know how to jump into passing lanes and get a steal or deflection that way as well.
For sure. I mean, they wreak havoc defensively in all kinds of ways. On the ball, off the ball, in transition. Boy, this group is the complete package at both ends of the floor.
The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Kicks to Millsap. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Here's Cole to the middle. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. A look at Chicago. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And checking out Indiana, they're much further down in the standings right now.
Yeah, and seeing where the Pacers are, they haven't packed any big surprises into the early part of this season. They're right in the middle of the NBA's pecking order.
Yeah, but I see a team with a chance to make some major noise as the season progresses. It's just a matter of unlocking that potential amongst the players.
Brown kicks to Millsap, and he banks in the layup. Millsap's got 4 points in the quarter.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Dishes it to Cole. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. Pacers trail by 3. Out to the right wing and out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
And a moment now to check out some of the numbers for Flash. First in scoring, first in assists, and of course he's the #1 shot blocker in the league. Just an imposing presence inside.
And I tell you what, his scoring abilities are almost otherworldly. I mean, no one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
Passes to Hart. Turner with the steal. Harkless the pass to Cole. On the wing, Turner. He kicks to Cole. Can't tie it up as that one misses.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Brown, good.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
There's the pick. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Good on the shot.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Here's Cole. He's covered by Brown. Harkless dishes to Turner. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Portis is checked in for Chicago. Butler comes in for Bogdanovich. So an entirely new group in now. The Bulls leading by 6. Up top, Brown. Lawson defending. There's a screen. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got assist number 5 here tonight. The Pacers have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Now Miles. He's coming off a 22-point game against Milwaukee. Lawson kicks to Miles. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Miles has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. He hits Brown with the drive, and he gets it to go. And the Bulls lead by 8.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
I don't know if this field goal percentage is sustainable, but if they can stay close to what they've done in shooting the ball, they'll run away with this one.
Millsap has the open look off the left rim and out.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
Some nice passing here by Indiana. Down low, here's Achiel. The shot will not go. Good work defensively by Millsap. The Bulls leading by 8. Now here's Brown. 23 points in the game. Outside Millsap. Again, Millsap missing.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
There's the dish to Harkless. The pass the ball. Here's Achiel. And without the basket, he was fouled. And so that's the end of the first half. Bulls lead by 7. Time. The second half just about to get going here. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
That slasher mentality was on display in that first half. He got to the rim consistently.
Boy, I tell you what, he's got that great first step, and he must have had some quickness porridge or something, because he looks a little faster today than normal.
On the court right now for the Pacers. And that one's good.
And that's his M.O. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
Here's Cole. He's covered by Brown from 18 feet away. No good. And it's Chicago the other way. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Takes a 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. They set the screen. Feeds it to Turner. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And he gets the bucket.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Knocks it loose and taken away by Brown. All alone. Throws down the breakaway jam.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers. Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Second free throw, no good. The Bulls leading by 14. Shots good by Butler. Butler's got 5 points so far.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Cole hits it from three-point range.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Millsap a screen.
Move the ball. It's sticking
Brown the pass to Hart. He feeds it to Bogdanovich. And finished off by Brown.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
You got it. Get the ball inside.
He dishes it to Bogdanovich. The screen from Brown. And Bogdanovich kicks to Brown. Sinks the triple. Brown's got 10 points here in the second half.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
All right, then. Let's get up. Let's get loud for your Liverpool.
with a break in the action. Let's now view the NBA assist leaders. Freak number 1.
It's hard to argue with his status as the best passer in the NBA right now. He just distributes the ball so well.
Max checked in for Butler. Pacers trail by 16. Here's Cole. He has 7. Shot clock at 5. From deep. Chicago grabs the miss. Bogdanovich has got his 3rd rebound tonight. And counting, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, it's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. One shot.
And that one misses. Pacers trail by 18. Turner with a screen on Brown. And the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Here's Chicago. They're on a 16-5 run.
You got it. Get the ball inside. Move the ball. Sticking too
much. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. They set the pick. Harkless dishes to Turner. Fade away. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Bogdanovich has got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's good. Harkless has got 5 points so far. The Bulls leading by 16. Over to the left wing. Now the feed to Mack. Good on the 3-point shot.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Poke loose. He hits Brown with the drive, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one, drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to be on Miles Turner. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach you've seen so far for the Bulls?
And when's the last time I hit the
rim?
Their
passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. And Brown drops them both. The Pacers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the 3rd quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. It's stolen by Rose.
You got it.
Goes up.
Get the ball inside.
Dashes it down to finish the break.
And a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball, on the attack, full throttle. I love it.
Ball, the pass to Miles. Can they get it? It's tipped.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
During that break, Coach Nate McMillan had some words for his team. He focused on their offense and said to his guys, make the extra pass. Don't try to play hero ball and do it by yourself. That ends up leading to bad shots. Clearly some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris. Rose passes to Portis, and he gets it to go. Portis has got his second bucket of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
No good from Lawson. Chicago has gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Pass to Cage. And the wide open shot from Rose. No good with the triple. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. A nice shot by Anderson.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
For Chicago, they have shot 3 of 6 at the foul line. McMillan's checked in for the Bulls. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 1:57 left to play here in the third. And Lawson, here we go. Miles, that's for 2. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. Miles has got 4 points now in the quarter. Pass to Cage. Brown outside. McMillan kicks to Brown. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Brown's got 41.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Pass to Lawson. 6 on the shot clock. Lets a floater go. The shot misses. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
There's a screen. And there's the pass to Ball. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. Both teams making some changes here. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Brown in at point guard. Bogdanovich out there with Paul Millsap. Then it's Shelvin Mack. And it's Hart in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Low block shot. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And it's 8 points for Miles Turner.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Brown with it. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Kicks it to Millsap. Puts it up. And it's Chicago scoring again. The Pacers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
You got it.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Millsap with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Max leading the charge.
Really a heads-up play on both ends there. The steal and the quick push on the break.
Rapid-fire basketball at its best. Boom, 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 bang.
Here's Cole. He's covered by Brown. Shot off the screen. There's the 3. And once again off the mark by Indiana. The Bulls have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Dishes it to Millsap. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And that's 13 points for Millsap.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. And the shot is good.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
Got it.
He's really, really good at using his size.
Can't stop it.
Tell you what, fellas, he is fun to watch when he's working like that and getting to the hoop.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. The dish to Turner. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Well, take a look at the numbers for Turner. 10 points and Some big-time defense with the 3 steals, too. The motor on this guy is amazing. Completely revved up. He's been everywhere today.
And it's hard to say which has influenced the game more, really, his offense or his D. I mean, take your pick.
Chicago making a switch here. Cunningham's checked in. The Bulls have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Brown, shot's good. Brown's got 47 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Mack dishes to Bogdanovich, and he gets the bucket.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
There's the pick. Knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Chicago making a switch here. Jones is checked in.
Tyus Jones.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah.
Paul, tonight seemed like it was a game that showed so much of what this team is all about, and a game that you played very well as a team.
And we did. We had a good team effort. Everybody came out with a lot of energy.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor. And how'd you feel about his performance, Shaq?
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he...
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille...
some chips.
Okay, we're going to get up and down now. I need you all to compete at a high level. Coaches.
Come on, let's hear it.
Get going.
You can't stop this. We got this. We got this. Let's go, man. Let's go.
relax. Settle down now. Settle down.
Let's switch it up, everybody. Boston rebounding. Start it up. Nice work, nice work. Get some more shots up before we get out of here.
Amor, Islã, assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam, mil flor, mil cor, mil idioma.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets playing night out. Al Jefferson played for several teams in his NBA career, but no matter what uniform he has on, he is a load, a real handful, Kenny.
Well, he can shoot the mid-range, Ernie, and that's probably his biggest asset. And, then he could take you down on the block. That's probably one of his bread and butter moves. I like his jump hook, though, because it creates space in the lane and allows guys to offensive rebound as well.
My nickname for him is Baby Fundamentals, has tremendous feet work in the post. And Ernie, believe it or not, he has a deceptive quickness to get a shot up before the defense sets up.
Great footwork, too.
Yeah. Do you have a nickname for everybody?
Right.
What's Ernie's nickname?
What's my nickname?
The Godfather of television.
I like that.
That does it for us.
It's been around a long time, Ernie.
Thank you for tuning in.
You're a friend of mine, Ernie.
See you later.
On the road looking for a win against an Eastern Conference rival. The Chicago Bulls are ready for this thing to get started. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. The big story is the return of Myers Leonard from being injured.
Yeah, and the fans have been waiting for this moment for a while. I'll bet they're going to let him know how happy they are to have him back on the court. He's worked extremely hard to return to the lineup as quickly as possible. I know he's been waiting for this day, too.
You're right, and you have to be impressed with the way they played while he was out. I mean, give them credit. They dug deep, and they found a way to keep winning games.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Brown in at point guard. Paul Millsap out there at Bogdanovich. And there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Hart in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Now here's Kid Gilchrist following the miss by Freak. And Lamb kicks to Walker. Clock at 6. Here's Lamb. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Lamb's got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for Charlotte. Last game for the Charlotte Hornets, it was a loss to the Pistons in Detroit.
And I don't care how much you grind it out defensively. When you shoot it that poorly, you're going to struggle to win games.
Well, it's not only going to be a struggle, it's going to be virtually impossible if you shoot as poorly as they did.
Scott, good.
Boy, just an excellent assist. Nice work from Kemba Walker.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, Steve Clifford had a few moments to share with me. With this being their first meeting of the year, he stressed to his team to rely on their instincts on the offensive end, saying, "We do a good job of finding soft spots in defenses and not forcing anything. As long as we can continue doing that here, we'll be in good shape. We'll see if that holds true, guys."
Okay, Doris, appreciate the information. I think, guys, it's not the first time that shooting has been a focus for this team.
Not at all. I mean, a lot of their offensive philosophy really centers around their ability to create and take good shots.
And, of course, that's something that a lot of teams would benefit from, guys. I mean, they're looking to play a very cerebral and disciplined game today.
Now, here's Butler following the miss by Kemba Walker. And that is good.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
To the left wing. Lets it go from 11. Walker missing again.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Looking to end the run, and the Hornets miss again.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage even though it was all over.
He feeds it to Kid Gilchrist, and the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant one foul.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. Dishes to Gobert. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Gobert's got his first points of the night. Pass to Hart. He kicks it to Millsap. Scott pulls it in.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And it's Walker penetrating. It's deflected, and that'll be Charlotte as it goes out of bounds. Hornets retain possession. Here's Lamb, up and in, off to an efficient start, 2 for 3 from the field. Chicago trailing here. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
And Walker kicks to Scott, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
And finished off by Brown.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And a moment now to see some numbers for Flash. He's been scoring at about 38 points per, 12 assists, and just over 2 steals. And really just excellent numbers. I like what we've been seeing from him across the board.
I do too. I mean, he's playing with much more focus now and a much higher level of intensity.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Jeremy Lamb.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break. And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
And Walker kicks to Scott. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. Lets it fly from 18. A shot by Batum, no good. Butler goes in. Bogdanovich. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Incredible stuff here early on.
Both teams playing downhill. You know, coaches say that all the time. You want to play downhill. Well, at some point you think somebody's got to cool off in this one, right?
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Back to Brown. That jam! I mean, just beautiful.
He's yours. And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Look at that. And it is flushed down with a nice jam. Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
My goodness, that was almost a circus-like dunk.
Charlotte making some changes. Al Jefferson is checked in for Rudy Gobert. Lance Thomas comes in for Mike Scott. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Kid Gilchrist. Now, here's Walker. 14 points from him the last game against the Pistons in Detroit.
And how about the extraordinary display of his passing in that game? He was making all the right decisions and had their offense humming.
Brown kicks to Butler. Brown against Walker. Back to Butler. Batum grabs the miss.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
It's stolen by Rose. Now here's Rose, the fast break opportunity. And finished off by Brown.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Now, here's Batum. 14 points from him the last game against Detroit.
And also, his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 10-2 run here. Back to Brown. Uses both hands to slam it down.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
Enjoy seeing that kind of bounce out of that spot on the floor.
Here's Batum after the Bulls pick up 2. 6 on the shot clock. Jefferson kicks to Batum.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup. Give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. It's Brown with the drive, and count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
The Bulls shooting their first free throw of the evening.
One shot. Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good from Brown. Hornets trail by 7. Lynn with it. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Here's Walker. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Bulls lead by 7. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And before the game, we heard from Kemba Walker. He talked about his mentality when he steps out onto the floor. You know, he may be having fun, but I'm not so sure playing street ball is really working out for Kemba, who needs to shoot better than 38% for the Hornets to go anywhere, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. I mean, what might be better than continuing to play the same game you've been playing forever is to take your game to a new level. And that's going to take some discipline. I think Kemba has more than enough talent to be able to do that, but that's his challenge moving forward.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Mike Scott. Then it's Jeremy Lin. Then there's Al Jefferson. And it's Batum in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pacers was just a man on a mission. He ended with 47 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. Absolutely amazing numbers from him in what was truly a memorable performance for him and for us, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance. He was at his absolute best in that game.
And if he can come anywhere close to another performance like that here tonight, it would be amazing.
Yeah, it really would be, because you know now the defense is going to be focused squarely on him. They're going to make sure that he doesn't beat him again.
Charlotte making some changes. Gobert checked in for Jefferson, and it's Lamb in there for Nicholas Batum. Up top, Brown. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. Just 5 to shoot. Rose kicks to Millsap. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists in the game.
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long rebounds, which lead to transition. transition point.
They are always going to give you an equally outstanding effort at both ends of the floor. I mean, it takes very aggressive defense to put up steal numbers like that.
And you love the mindset this guy has at the defensive end. He wants to impact the game defensively, and you love that attitude.
Bogdanovich is checked in for Chicago. Mack comes in for Derrick Rose. Here's Lamb. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Well, he surprised me with that move, but he just couldn't capitalize.
Brown dishes to Mack. Back to Brown. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And that one's good. Millsap.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Pistons in Detroit.
Yeah, but you can't talk about his performance without mentioning what he did defensively in terms of shot blocking. He was a force of nature.
Hornets trail by 13. Outside, Lynn. To the wing on the left. Here's Lamb. Rejected by Millsap. And he recovers it. And he gets the bucket. And here are the Bulls now. They're on an 11-2 run. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Millsap's got the lead up to 13 now for Chicago.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
There's a good screen. Gobert the screen. Here's Kid Gilchrist. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Michael Kid Gilchrist. Shooting 2.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good from Michael Kid Gilchrist. Here's Chicago. They're on a 13-4 run. Passes it to Hart. To the right side. Here's Brown. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Talk about some great numbers for Brown. He's got 26 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
And you know what, Clark? If you continue to shoot the way he is, he may have to become more of an integral part of their offensive scheme.
Walker's checked in for the Hornets. And he makes both free throws. Here's Walker. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. The Hornets have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts.
Shooting 2. Michael Kid Gilchrist.
That free throw, no good. Thomas checked in for Scott. And the Bulls. That'll do it for the first half.
Certainly good numbers from you shooting the ball in the first half. What has been your approach on offense?
I'm just trying to let the game come to me. When I'm trying to force it on offense, good things happen. And that's why I've had success here early on. Yeah.
Slow and steady wins the race, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back short.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Hornets.
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
You know, we talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
Boy, I tell you what, they say he's not a playmaker, but he certainly has fooled me with the way he's performing right now.
Hornets trail by 11. Tipping off the second half. Here's Fred Hoiberg's 5. Brown, he's in at the point. Bogdanovich out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Hart in at the center, locking down the middle. Scott with the ball. Picked up by Brown. 5 on the clock. Here's Lamb. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Jimmy Butler. The Hornets have shot just above 55% of the line, going 5 of 9. Free throw drops for Lamb. And Lamb drops them both. Last outing for Chicago. They won that game against Indiana.
And we talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against the defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
Gobert, the screen. Now here's Lamb. Defense is right there. That is good. Scott's got 9.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of creating those opportunities on the inside.
What a performance here. He has 11 points and a couple of great-looking rejections. So far, 2 blocks.
Yeah, you know, he's had a great feel for their ball movement down low and for where to be when the shot's going up.
And he's good on the second. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Brown against Walker. Gobert with a screen on Brown. Here's Walker. Good work defensively by Millsap.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Butler goes in. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
And Lamb kicks to Walker. Now the dish to Scott. And the 3 off target.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
And again, no good by Chicago. Hornets trail by 11. Now Lamb. 10 points for him. Here's Gobert. Charlotte no good that time either.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
And it's Butler with the jam.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, this just another fantastic dime dropped right there.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter.
Accurate three-point shooting 2 men in the league. Number 1, Jimmy Butler.
You know, 2 guard is where we traditionally find the best shooters in our league, and he's no exception to that rule. I mean, look at the success he's having from 3-point range.
And Greg, the key to that success for me is his constant movement without the ball. I mean, he works extremely hard to create and find the space he needs to get his shot off.
The Hornets have gone 7 of 11 from the line.
Going to the line.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And here are the Hornets now, down by 12. Gobert with a screen on Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Scott can't get it to go.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
A chance here to get a quick injury report.
He told me that it doesn't look too serious. The season is young, but that is tough news to get at any point in the year. We'll see how well the team comes together in his absence. Kevin?
All right, Doris. Really appreciate you finding out how he's doing.
And, you know, I know everyone is rooting for him to make a quick and full recovery.
Absolutely. I mean, his teammates want him back out there as much as he wants to be back out there. Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Knocks it loose. It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. Off the pick, and that's off the glass and in. Kid Gilchrist has got 8 points.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. A look at Chicago. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, Charlotte, 5.5 games behind.
And I think for Charlotte, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
Here's Walker following the three-point basket by Chicago. Kid Gilchrist the pass to Gobert. Chicago grabs the miss. Brown's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. From deep three-point range. Al Jefferson's checked in for Charlotte. Batum comes in for Walker. Hornets trail by 15. Lynn kicks to Scott. Now here's Kid Gilchrist. He's got 8. Good. Kid Gilchrist has got 10 points.
I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there. Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
And the Bulls making a change here. The Bulls leading by 13. Now the pass to Cage. This one for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 6th assist on the night. Charlotte has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. A nice shot by Lynn.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him. He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Scott with a screen on Rose. Outside, Batum. Lynn kicks to Kid Gilchrist. And Jefferson throws it down hard.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounceability.
And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for Jimmy Butler. First in shooting percentage, and he's as good as it gets from three-point land. In fact, the best percentage that we have in the league.
Yeah, and you're right. He's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot.
And the Hornets making a change here. Thomas is checked in. Hornets trail by 15. Thomas a screen. Lynn dishes to Jefferson. There's the screen. There's the feed to Batum. Fires from 14. And too long on the shot.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And he gets it to go. He's got 7.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Thomas with the steal. Kid Gilchrist the pass to Lynn. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Jefferson a screen on Rose.
That's a walk.
That's good from Jefferson on the assist by Lynn. And that's now 10 points for Al Jefferson.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
You don't need much range to hit from that distance, Kevin.
And here is Lynn. He's got 5 from the high post. And that one hits back iron.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Nice shot by Portis.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
Thomas a screen. Here's Lynn. Outside, Batum. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Lynn's got his 3rd assist on the night. He hits Brown with the drive, and he goes right over Al Jefferson and slams it down.
Is there another player out there capable of moves as stunning as that?
A handful at the most. He is an elite company.
You know, he's got that it factor, no doubt about it. He causes excitement just by walking in the building.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Thomas sets a screen for Batum. Shot clock at 6. On the top of the key, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
That's what I call a captivating move there. He absolutely incinerated the D with that one.
Pass to Cage. The screen from Brown. Back to Rose. Makes it off the glass. Rose has got 10.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
The Hornets have had 12 attempts at the line, making 8 so far. And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however. We've got 13 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Lamb. His three-pointer's off the mark. Brown wide open, and it goes at the buzzer!
Digging deep to hit that shot. That shows some serious guts right there.
Oh, man.
No explanation, no excuses, no hesitation, no fear. Just tremendous execution.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. The Bulls leading by 21. They've got Batum. Rudy Gobert is out there with Mike Scott. And there's Kemba Walker. And it's Lamb in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup for Charlotte.
I can't believe defenders are not aware. They cannot allow him that position.
Yeah, you're right about that, Greg. He's put a no trespassing allowed on that spot of the floor. It's all his.
Now here's Batum. Back to Scott. Chicago grabs the miss. Brown's got his 6th rebound on the night.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it. And that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim.
They get the rebound. Kicks it to Lamb. Goes back up. And the shot no good, a bit short.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And the shot is good.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is. His partner, their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now here's Walker. Out to the right wing. The Hornets rebound, and Gobert kicks to Lamb. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Here's Brown. Pass to Bogdanovich. Here's Hart. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now here's Lamb. And Walker kicks to Batum. 5 to shoot. Launches it. Walker's shot is off.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bulls.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
So, a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. And a change for the Bulls. Jeletovic has checked in, and that one's good.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Feeds to Mack. Back to Brown. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Let's go.
Brown's got 11 points here in just the second half. Outside, Lynn. He dishes it to McLemore. And a miss there on the triple. Chicago's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
He feeds it to Leonard. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Move the ball.
Brown against Lynn.
Too much.
Back to Brown. Off target from outside.
And I wouldn't put it past him, guys, to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half.
Young for 3. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Bogdanovich has got his 4th rebound in this one. Passes it to Hart. It's now Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw
I tell you what, fellas, you might not see another one like that one for a while.
Here's Brown. Dishes it to Mack. Back to Brown. Oh!
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
Almost. How about the glide in and then also to reverse it?
On its way from Young for 2, but they recover it. They shoot again and count it. 2 points for the chance to win.
Shot's good. Hit. Shooting 1.
Here's Walker. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Oh, yeah.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, once again, you filled the box score up. Yet another triple-double. How many more are we going to see this year?
I guess however many games we have left on the schedule, boy. That's your answer. Hey, I might even get 2 triple-doubles in one game. I don't know if that's possible. I'll probably do it. I'm going to call it a double, triple-double.
Well, thank you for your time, Kevin. We'll see what the rest of the league has to say about that.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. And coming up next, the postgame show with Ernie Johnson, Shaq, and Kenny the Jet.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey, y'all. Ernie Johnson here, along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunning. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, This is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.
You're always going to have people who don't believe that you're really good at what you do, you know, and that's probably more so because they haven't figured out how to be good at what they know or don't even know how to do, you know. So, you know, that's just what it is. You know, every level you reach, you're going to come against obstacles, and you have to combat those obstacles in order to move forward. It's almost like you're playing a video game, you know what I mean? And then the prize is your sanity. Word.
Come on with it. Come on, come on with it. Come on with it. Ha, 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 ha.
Listen up. We're good, but we could be better on the defensive end. Set it up.
Siamo il bianco e siamo il nero, siamo Dio che appare davvero, siamo piccoli e perfetti, come il mondo visto dal cielo.
Siamo fragili, se tutti ci toccano, siamo fatti di sogni che non ci fanno dormire. Cose che non si possono dire. Insieme siamo l'inizio e la fine. E la fine.
Per te cammino sulle mine, per te passo queste confine, portando nel bagagliaio cose che non ti posso dire. La mia vita è un film come al cine, io te poli opposti al caline, solo tu mi rilassi alla fine, solo tu mi rilasci endorfine, non mi fido delle altre bambine, siamo unici in chiave albine, sotto il sole di mezzanotte, io ti scriverò le mie rime, e la nostra vita è musica, quindi rappo sopra il tuo battito, e quanta gente ci giudica, nessuno coglie quest'attimo, sognavo che ero innocente, ma poi mi sono svegliato e tu non c'eri per niente e restavo il tipo sbagliato.
Siamo fragili, se tutti ci toccano, siamo fatti di sogni che non ci fanno dormire. Cose che non si possono dire. Insieme siamo l'inizio e la fine. E la fine.
Ci cerchiamo come animali, a piedi nudi come i gitani, contro il mondo con le mani, come se non ci fosse un domani. Ora siamo pronti a tutto, a cose che non possiamo dire, a sogni che non fanno dormire. Noi siamo l'inizio e la fine. Non devo guardare il cielo per capire da dove piove, se mi cerchi sono già altrove, indirizzo nuvola 9, io che ti ho coperta d'oro nei nostri giorni preziosi, ed ora piango sangue e gli dei sono tutti invidiosi.
Siamo fragili, se tutti ci toccano, siamo fatti di sogni che non ci fanno dormire.
All right, let's get to a hoop. We got to be better at knocking down open shots.
Cose che non si possono dire. Insieme siamo l'inizio e la fine. Insieme siamo l'inizio e la fine.
Okay, we're good on the drills for now. Let's make sure we're getting better every day.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
With the Diesel and the Jet, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, they lost Game 1 in this matchup earlier this season. They'll see them 4 times in all, looking to even the series with a win tonight. And if you've been watching this team play lately, you know who they've been getting the big baskets from? Freak! He's been on a tear. How's he gotten so hot, Shaq?
Well, you know, he's letting the game come to him on the offensive end. He's not forcing the shot, but he's still being aggressive, and he always testing his defender. And he's, you know what, Ernie? He smells that barbecue chicken down there. You can't guard this man one-on-one.
Well,
lick your fingers. The barbecue chicken is hot and crispy.
You're making me hungry right now, but
crispy barbecue chicken?
Ooh, I just can't wait. You make me hungry. Is it lunchtime?
Yeah. Wow.
We got it some time. But, you know, he's not settling for any look either. This guy is very versatile. He'll take you inside, take you outside. He's the kind of player that seems like he's a step ahead, like mentally. Like he has this mental telepathy that goes on and goes. He knows what you're thinking before you think it, before the guy thought it was a thought.
Wow. It's like an extraordinary basketball IQ.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have a high basketball IQ, Shaq?
No, didn't need one, Ernie.
Why?
Because I had the ES.
What's that?
Elbow sandwiches.
We're in the place they call the United Center in Chicago, the home of the Bulls, where today we'll be broadcasting live. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Taking a look at Cleveland, still trying to find that groove they had last year. They'd like to grab hold of some new momentum and get closer, Steve, to where they were a season ago.
And seeing where the Cavaliers are, they haven't been the kind of fierce competitors here in the early season that they were just last year. Not even close. Could this be a team about to take a giant step backward?
No, I don't think so, Greg. I mean, they're just struggling with motivation right now. This team knows how to get itself ready for the postseason.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. They've got McDermott, Kevin Love out there with Gortat. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Hood in at the 2. Shot from the inbound, and misses it off the right side of the rim. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to Denver.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
The 11-footer, that's no good, misses his first shot of the night. Here's Brown, no good. Good D by Irving.
High-quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And, Greg, that has him S-H-H-ing, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
4 on the clock, releases. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Banked in off the glass. Brown's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Here's Hood. He's coming off a 10-point game against Denver.
And also defensively, guys, he kept them off balance with 4 steals on the night.
Here's Brown after marching Gortat's bucket. The kick outside to Butler. Here's Cage. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against the Hornets in Charlotte.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a
and that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Love goes in, and it's blocked by Brown. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. That's good.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. To the inside. Gortat, good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Pass to Hart, shoots from 12, and he knocks down the jumper.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Irving kicks to Hood. Back to Irving. Shot on the wing. Second shot opportunity. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Millsap a screen. Out to the wing. Here's Cage. Again, Chicago.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Irving with it. Picked up by Brown. Hood gets the bucket.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Let's bring out the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league.
You really got to admire their conditioning. I mean, it takes a major commitment to play that fast-breaking style, and they are all in.
Millsap a screen. Shot off the screen. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Pass to Hood. Over to the left wing. Love dishes to Hood. Love with the screen on Butler. Hood kicks to Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one's good.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Chicago trailing here. Outside Millsap. Brown sets a screen for Butler. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Here's Hood, defended by Butler. Love, beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Love's got his second bucket of the night.
The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
To the middle, here's Gortat. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 4 assists now tonight.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
And it's Brown missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Now we've got a moment to see how the Bulls are doing rank-wise in the NBA. First in scoring, first in assists, and they're also number 1 in shooting percentage. This is a team that prides itself on taking high-quality shots.
And you go back to their offense, the most explosive in the league. I mean, everyone talks about the great offense beating great defenses, and I tell you what, they make it difficult to hang with.
And that one's good. Millsap.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Smith kicks to Irving. Misfires after coming off the pick.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Brown against Irving. Irving with the steal. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Millsap a screen on Irving. And Bogdanovich kicks to Brown. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
On the clock. Irving kicks to Smart. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Mahinmi's checked in for Cleveland. He hits the second from the line. Here's Irving. 35 points for him last game against Denver.
And equally as impressive, the playmaking. Just sensational. The way he was seeing the court and making the game easy for his teammates.
Shot clock at 5. Here's the teardrop.
Boy, he blew the easy 2 by profile. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
And here's Brown outside. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. It's the Bulls as they wrap up the first quarter on a 12-4 run. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Another thing they've been doing so far tonight is knocking down the jump shot.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Cleveland, they've got Smart. Smith is out there with Doug McDermott. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. And it's Hood in at the 2 spot. Smart. Not really his range, and it's off target.
They better clear a spot on the bench for him because that's where he's headed if he continues to take shots like that.
And I would venture to say, Greg, it would be the last spot on the bench as well.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hornets got the job done. He had 43 points, and he tallied those points, and that was just the start of it. Notching a triple-double for his effort in what was quite a display from him. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
All right, Doris, thanks so much for the report. You had to just marvel, guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you?
You know what? It was the game of basketball being played at its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that win.
No question whatsoever, Greg. I mean, that's a performance he and his fans will remember for a long, long time.
Rose with the ball. Now guarded by Smart, and Butler gets it to go.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose, the D hasn't been able to keep up.
Here's the screen. Hood kicks to Smith. Down low. Smart. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smart's got his first 2 points.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And finished off by Brown.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
And with the pause and the action, let's look at the numbers for Jimmy Butler. He's putting up about 14 points a night, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his output. And you know he's always looking to push himself.
Yeah, really solid numbers across the board here, Greg. I mean, he contributes in a multitude of ways for this club.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Cavaliers have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. First one falls for him. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
There's Brown with the 3. That's good. Brown's got 15.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection. And how about that screen by Love? That was a wall.
The Bulls leading by 14. The kick outside to Butler. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
To the wing right side. Here's Hood. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Hood's got 9 points.
Shooting much better here in the second quarter.
Yes, very, very impressed with how much more alive they look here to get back in it.
They set the screen. Butler in the corner. Plenty of space. And it's Chicago scoring again.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Now the dish to Love. A 3-pointer off the mark.
So many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
Smart passes to Love. Now here's Smart. He's covered by Brown. Here's Butler. Finished off the break. Butler's got 14 points for the game.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Kicks to Hood to halt the run. It's rebounded by Portis.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Shot's good from Butler.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Smart dishes to Love. That drops. He has 7.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
The Bulls leading by 21. Brown kicks to Butler. The 11-footer. A beautiful reverse layup.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Okay, fans, now coming on the court are your Level Bulls.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Substitution on the court.
Is getting their offense to run through Love. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
Thanks again, Doris.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around, straight bully ball. And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And the pass to Irving. Takes a three. And another miss by Cleveland.
He hit a three in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
And that's an aggressive play to try to get the rebound. Just a little too aggressive.
And unnecessary. That's over the top. That's doing too much, Greg. He wasn't in good position there, and he was never going to get the ball. He just wasted a foul.
Bogdanovich is checked in for the Bulls. McMillan comes in for Butler. And Cleveland also making a change. Smith checked in for Doug McDermott.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim. And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good.
Here's McMillan. The shot's good. Brown making the play. McMillan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no lying in those totals.
Zeller, no good again that time.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the board has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
You have got to be kidding me. I mean, that's a point guard playing like a power forward.
And he can do a little bit of everything out there.
Yeah, he torches defenders in all kinds of ways. When he's on the floor, he's a matchup headache. His eyes were wide open there, guys. Excellent vision to see they had an open shot outside and get it there.
Brown the pass to Cage. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Irving, and it's blocked by Brown, and that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Derrick Rose is checked in for Chicago, and Cleveland also making a change. Mahimi's checked in. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is
a dominating first half.
Well, a double-double already in the books for you, and we're only at the half. Do you see them trying to throw different looks at you to slow you down?
Yeah, I expect that they might. But at the same time, we're going to have an answer for that because the rest of the team, just as dangerous on the offense as me.
Kevin, an interesting response. Over to you.
All right, Doris.
Thank you.
And getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
Really an extraordinary game for Brown. He's got 24 points and a dozen assists. He's given them a lot with his passing and with his defensive work.
How about the activity of those hands here today?
Brown, he's in at point guard. He's out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Millsap in at the 4 spot. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half. Brown the pass to Hart.
Sticking too much.
He feeds it to Millsap. Butler up top. And here's Brown outside. Can't hit. So Cleveland will take it the other way. last time they met in Cleveland.
It really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely manhandled on the boards.
And Greg, you know how it is. At some point, you just got to man up and play with a lot more aggressiveness and toughness and pride inside.
And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
Irving dishes to Love. Cleveland moving the ball around. Gortat misses. Chicago has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Butler with the ball, now defended by McDermott. And it's Brown missing.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Here's Hood. 9 points in the game so far. Gortat with a screen on Butler. Here's Hood. No good off the front iron.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Butler passes to Cage. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 4 assists in the game.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim unabated in stride.
Love with the screen on Brown. Irving attacking. Some solid defense from Brown.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Just a fantastic game for Butler. 16 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
Portis, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. And he sinks the second. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Irving kicks to Love. There's a screen by Gortat. And that's
good block, boy.
Cleveland will retain possession. And the Bulls making a change here. Max checked in.
Man.
Sheldon Mack.
Clock at 6. It's Gortat with the drive, and that one's good.
Boy,
Gortat's got 10 points in the game.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Brown kicks to Mack. Back to Brown.
Oh, shit.
And it's out of bounds.
Man, that nigga blocked my
Say
shit.
it was last touched by Gortat. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Shot clock at 3. Here's Brown. Here's Hart over Gortat. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Bulls shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts. 81%.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
Man, at least y'all got a good team this year.
Outside Irving.
Yeah. Nah, the boy block your shit over there.
He's having a really ugly game.
Kyrie.
About as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Do that shit no more.
How did he manage to change his shot midair?
Nah, Kyrie. Block your shit. Don't ever do that no more.
For Chicago, they have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple.
At the line for the ball. 1 shot.
A free throw dropped for Butler. Cleveland's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3 ball here. There's a screen by Gortat. In the corner, it's McDermott. Offline with his 3. Here's Chicago. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Dishes it to Butler. Back to Brown. Pass to Portis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one's good.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Out to the right wing. Here's Brown, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And the foul called on Cleveland. That'll be his second foul of the game. So for the Bulls, Bogdanovich comes in for Butler, and it's Rose in for Shelvin Mack. Cleveland also making some changes. Mahinmi's checked in for Gortat. Smith comes in for McDermott, and Marcus Smart is subbed in for Rodney Hood. The shot's good from Love.
Oh, man.
The Bulls have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Brown dishes to Rose. Here's Bogdanovich. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 5 assists tonight. Smith the pass to Smart. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Chicago's gone past the 3-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Rose, that's good.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
Irving kicks to Smith. Misses the 3.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
Irving attacking. Love with the screen for Smart. Smith on the wing. Shot clock at 6. And the wing jumper offline.
Yeah, and listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
From deep 3-point range, and the Bulls another 3.
Oh, man, what a shot. He hit that one from another time zone.
You just watch him pull up, always so dangerous.
Irving attacking. Smart wide open, he fires. And again, unable to change momentum here.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And it's Brown missing.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
It's stolen by Brown, and now it's Brown running. He can go. Oh! That was incredible.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game.
Damn, come on, man.
From a morale standpoint.
I try to block the shit out of that damn ball.
Not turnover. No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
And Cleveland making a change here. Sellers checked in.
His switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Cleveland's gotten off to a very slow start from 3-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. And Brown over to help. They set the pick. Irving kicks to Zeller. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Zeller's got his first basket.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job.
Damn, man, come on, bro.
Looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Yeah, good call there. I mean,
here's Jelanovich is checked in for Chicago. Brown comes in for Derrick Rose. McDermott's checked in for Cleveland. On the court for Cleveland, Zeller is out there with Mahinmi. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's McDermott. And it's Smart in at the 2-guard position.
What a top-notch game he's had. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Off the pick. Again, Irving missing.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Brown, good.
Come on, they're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Feeds to Smart. Zeller setting the pick for Smart. Clock at 4. They get it back. The kick out to Irving. Irving double team. Now here's McDermott. He's covered by Brown. Sweet little floater.
Man, that must be
And one
blocked.
team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bulls.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
Yep, but 2 more to go before the end of the season, and they'll obviously be very confident heading into those 2 games.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Flash. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
A different look now for Cleveland. Posey's checked in, and Hood subbed in for Smart. Now the Bulls with it. 24 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Damn, wrong pass.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Now Brown. Three-pointer. That's good. Brown's got 44.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire. And it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Paul, congratulations on this win. It seemed like this game was getting away from you at points. What does the team take away from this game in terms of experience?
We got to do a better job of executing down the stretch. As simple as that. Just glad we got this win. We just can't let these things happen in the future.
An escape from some mistakes, Paul. Well done, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. We watched a marvelous third quarter from him, and he basically put the game on ice at that point. And from that point on, they were in control. Shaq, what'd you think?
He had a sensational night shooting the ball. Over 60% reminds me of myself. If you're shooting over 60%, you're playing smart. You're being aggressive, and you're creating opportunities. What a spectacular performance.
I know Freak's going to have a lot of people back home in Harlem extremely proud of the way he played tonight. And they should be proud of him because his play was genius. Just a textbook example of how to gain a mental edge and continue to exploit it.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show.